Hi, I'm Kaya and I'm currently working my notice period at my corporate job while launching my business called Antidora. And recently I've done 2 market stalls, and here is exactly what it costs and how to get started. So the first step is to find a market stall where you can sell your products. A good way to start is through Instagram and Facebook, and also by going to local markets in your area. The open market in Brighton is where I set up my first 2 stalls. This is mostly because I've actually worked there before for a small business, so I kind of understood what it was about already. It's important to consider the cost of setting up at a market. So I paid £15 for each of the Saturdays, and there is also an additional charge of £5 if you need power as well. So it is a good idea to either charge up your equipment before or possibly bringing in a power bank with you. And I basically made all the payments through the website. There are also additional costs to be considered. So one of these is the public liability insurance, and this basically protects the traders in case there's any damage to people or property while they're trading in a public space. So this cost me £91 for the whole year, and I basically did a search on comparethemarket.com and tried to find the best sort of deal for me. It's also good to consider if the venue has a car parking space, or if you need to park somewhere else, how much this would cost, or if you're coming in by bus or a train, you also need to add that to your costs. There are also transaction fees if you take payments by card. I would highly consider having a card reader with you, as all my payments so far have been by card. So the card reader I went for is called SumUp. There are other ones out there, but this is the one that was recommended to me by my friends, and also there was a discount on it at the time, so I got it for just £15. So when you're taking the payments, there is a 1.69% transaction fee for each payment, so you do need to add that into consideration as well when pricing up your items. It's also very important to consider the weather. So a lot of stalls are located outside. Luckily, the open market has a roof over it. However, it is still an open space, so a lot of wind does get through. And I did find that a lot of my signage was flying around on the first day. So I did get some blue tack to stick it down and some rope. So that did help quite a bit. But yeah, that is just something to consider. And also making sure that you dress warm, possibly bring something warm to drink. So I have a little flask I got to keep some tea in. And yeah, just make sure you wrap up very, very warm. It gets very cold. Also consider how you will bring your products to the market. So maybe use a trolley or a suitcase. Also try to get someone to help you if you can. It does get very heavy, especially with all the boxes. If you're planning to set up your stall, to sort of get the products on eye level with everyone, that can add to your weight as well. It's quite a good idea to draw up a rough plan of how you want your stall to look. So searching up on, for example, Pinterest, of how different stalls look, and going to stalls in person and just drawing up a little plan before. Does save a lot of time, and time is kind of important when you're setting up, because you get people sort of circling around even before the stall's actually open. So it is good to make your stall look good as quickly as you can when you get there. And also make sure that all your products are priced up very clearly, as a lot of people are a bit shy about asking, or might not consider a product if they can't see a clear price. So it is a good idea to make the pricing quite big and obvious. So I'm planning to do quite a few more markets. I'm just trying to learn as much as I can about how to sell products, and just trying to get as many ideas as possible from the other traders as well. I think it's just important to start wherever you're at. If you don't feel fully ready, when are you going to be fully ready? There will always be something you can work on. So I think it is a good idea to just get yourself out there as soon as you can. If you've done a market before, what is the one thing that you forgot to bring? Please tell me in the comments. Thank you for watching and have a great day.